All right. Okay. So today we are going to be doing the parsing of the token list that we did in the last stream. Now, hopefully, we are not going to be interrupted today. I've told everyone in my household to not interrupt me today. Those that were there at the end of the last stream. Yeah. Anyway, so we're going to be doing that today. I did do a markup of what we have to do today, like the last stream. So hopefully I won't be distracted. That is the goal for today, is to not be distracted, not be, all over the place, like I normally am, and to actually get some parsing and some work done. Right. Okay. So, this is okay. So I guess I could show the behavior we had in the last video. Oh, yeah. Okay. Because I need to actually compile the lexer instead of compiling everything else. So in the last video, we have a colon, we have a word, we have tokens. Essentially, we have a bunch of shit, right? And if you remember the last one, we kind of had just a colon and then the rest of the message. I wasn't checking if we encountered an exclamation point. So that's all that needed to change. My mistake. Plus, I wasn't checking for the length. I wasn't checking for the cursor plus the length. And then, so it kind of just parsed the entire message. But my mistake. I'm human. Right, so what I want to do today is kind of get rid of this, because we're going to be parsing the message. I only want to get rid of the one that checks for a exclamation point. So I guess actually this is more or less what we had in the last video. Right, and then do I need to do anything else? I'm gonna delete this, because again we're gonna get at that in a minute. It's the word, and this still compiles correct. Yep. Okay. Yep. Also, I added a size to the token array, just so it's easier to print it out and loop over it. That's fine. That's fine. We did the next token. That's good, and I think I can take the character address, and that will just work. It does. Okay. Yep. Okay, that looks correct. Yeah. All right. So today we're going to get into parsing the token list. Normally I come up with a better title, like something vaguely clickbaity, but yeah. we're just gonna go simple today. We're just gonna go simple. Also, if you want to figure out when I stream, I added a schedule to the Twitch, so make sure you check that out. Figure out when I'm streaming. I was a little late today. I was about an hour and a half late, but I was doing this, among other things. So I think, all right, we're gonna start parsing. We're gonna shut up and start parsing. We're gonna do yeah, okay, so let's make these return a boolean. So we're gonna parse the prefix. The prefix part is what I was trying to do at the end of last stream. It's this. This is your prefix right here. Good enough, right? Am I on? Yeah, okay, my mic's not muted. So I recorded an end to the previous stream, so I split two streams, and I was muted the entire 20 minutes of that last stream. And didn't realize it, because I'm a professional. So, Yeah. All right. So let's see. So you need to All right. So we're gonna say parse prefix. I don't think I'm gonna change the names. We're gonna say it takes in our token list or token array. Sorry. We're gonna say list or array, probably. That's gonna be a pointer. That's more. I think that's gonna be a view. I'll look into that. As we start writing some of this, we'll start looking for const correctness and stuff like that. And then we're gonna get an index by pointer, and that'll be relevant later on. But that's a design choice. I'm blatantly following these notes. And we want to do, I think I want to introduce a message type. Did I put a message type in the notes? No, but I think that's just going to help me organize these tokens. And I'm thinking about the long game, European mindset, like think about the long game, and I think doing that will sort of help me in the long run, so like making a message type is going to make it easier to sort of separate these parts into meaningful chunks of memory. That's what I'm getting at. So we're going to do type def struct, and we're going to do a message type. We're going to say a string type. We're going to say, I guess, name. Yeah, name. We're going to say name. Username, but it's the person that sent the message. So that's what that is. Then we're going to say string type. Do I need the host or domain? So the host and domain is this here. I don't think I need the host or domain, which is fine. I do need a command. The command is priv message. And then we're going to say target or channel. I like target. I think target's better. That's this. And then, of course, we're going to need text. Yeah, I like that. Okay. So let's see. So then that's gonna be our output. So that we don't have to heap allocate everything. I would return that, but I think having the Boolean sentinel value is better. Yeah. Okay, so then if the current token's type is of colon, so that would be if array tokens at the index is equal to dot kind is equal to colon, right? Colon. Token colon, there it is. We are going to return true. We're returning true because it's a true path. That's not like an error state. That's not an error state. If it's a colon, okay, well, we just move on. We can return. We don't increase the index. Oh, that reminds me. We are going to increase the index by 2. And you'll see why in a second. I do have it in my notes here. So, again, I kind of just... So what I did in the past 2 streams is I get distracted very easily, as if you follow this channel, But yeah, no, so I thought, might as well just write shit down. And what I did is I broke down each part of the lexer. I thought about it long and hard about what I needed to do. And I wrote it down, essentially. And these are just notes. I don't even know if this is going to work. That's the thing. I have no clue if this is going to work. But I sort of broke it down. I even had a few code examples for the more, complicated aspects of it. In the sense of, like, we're going to... I typed this up in Markdown. This code example, I typed this up in Markdown. I don't have a scratch pad for this. I had a scratch pad for the last stream, but I don't have one for this one. So, we're going to see if that even compiles. All right, so, where were we? We're going to get the current prefix path, which is, so the current prefix is the, whatever is after the colon. So we're going to say prefix is equal to the array at our index. Remember, we're passing by pointer, so we have to dereference. Plus 1. Because this is where we consume the colon. Dot. Is this really just not going to give me any syntax highlighting? Did I spell array correctly? Yeah, no, I spelled array correctly. Oh, because it's array tokens. Tokens view. Is that it? Yeah, so it's the array at tokens plus 1. And then we'll say... maybe I should zoom in a little bit. There we go. Just so that people can follow along. So I watch my streams over, my own streams. I know, whatever. But I even have trouble following along when it's not zoomed in. So that's what we're gonna do. So we're gonna get the view, and then we're going to, let's see, get the current the index token list plus 1. Find the first bang token. Ah, yes. Okay. Find the first bang token. And to do that, if I remember correctly, we have a string find first of. Yes, find first of. And this is going to be size t bang. Right. Bang is a printer's term for an exclamation mark, just so everyone's on the same page. And find first of, we're going to get our string, which is the prefix. And the character is going to be a token type to string and token bang. There we go. And the prefix, we're taking the address of the prefix? Is that the red line? Yes, it is. Because we have a view. Okay, all right. And then location of it is less than the prefix count. Assign the message user type to the prefix data and the size of the index, the bang character. Yes, sir. So if, and we're following along right here. So if the location of the bang prefix, if bang is less than the prefix count, then the message name is equal to string new, because we need a new string. It's not stored as a string at the moment. To the prefix data. Prefix data. Size of the index of the bang character. Size of the index of the bang character. So that would be bang. Yeah. Yeah. We're gonna go with that for right now. And I think that's it for prefix. Yeah? Okay. There's really no way to, like, test this until I put it all together. Yeah, alright, so here, let's do bool parse message. And that's going to take in token array, array. Do we modify the array at all? No, we don't, do we? No, so that can be const. We modify the message in the index, so that can't be const. Okay. Right, and then we take in the message. And so then we're going to say if, or no, we need to do an index, size t, I is index. And this will become apparent in a second. If not parse prefix. Token array is array. And index, whoops. And message. Then return false. Kind of simple. Just return true. Let's see. So parse message. Parse message. I think we just parse the message. So I'm going to get rid of this for just 1 second. And then, so we tokenize it. We get the list of tokens. And then, I guess if not parse message, we get the token array. So that's the output. And I need to create a message. Should I create a message initializer? Nah, let's just zero initialize everything. See what happens. Yeah. Yeah, let's just zero initialize a message. I don't really care. Message, and that's going to be 0. Which is valid, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure zero initializing that message is valid. And we'll do message. There we go. And then I'm going to printf string format. I'm going to print out our message here. String argument, which is going to be our message name. All right, let's see what kind of errors we got. Okay, yeah, well, that's fair. All right, so these are format warnings. So we have, oh, okay, return 1, I guess. Or, no, I actually want to fail here. Fprintf, standard error, cannot parse. Say string builder items, because we've already added a null byte character here, so I know for sure there is a null byte character. That's what string builder did. That's the difference between items and data if you're using the string builder library that I have. Public repository. You can if you want. Check out my GitHub. So the difference between string builder items and string builder data is a C string. It appends a null byte character. Items doesn't. It just returns the underlying items. So string builder items entry content, and then we're going to return a non-zero exit code. Control reaches end of non-void function. That is correct. Return true. Okay, and then those should be format warnings, and we are going to Okay. I'm pretty sure that's right. All right, it is the index of the token list. To get the current prefix, next to the token list +1, I will need this as a string t. Find the first bang token. Location of the bang token. Huh. All right, so to find the first prefix, am I reading this correctly? I think I'm reading this correctly. I'm pretty sure I'm reading this correctly. To get the current prefix, it is the index of the token list +1 right here. Need this as a string t right here. Find the first bang token right here. Token bang, that is correct. The location of the bang prefix is less than the prefix count. It's less than the prefix count. Assign the message type's user, or name, I guess. We call it name. In my notes, I just said user. Prefix data, and the size of the index of the bang character, increase the index by 2, which is exactly what we're doing here. Okay. Although I get no output. Yeah. Well, I guess, okay, so how about not setting it to 0? Does that do anything? It does. Sort of. Not really. What? Okay. Cannot, may be used uninitialized in this function. Ooh. Oh. Increase the index by 2, that's right. Oh, isn't it like +1 or something like that? Maybe uninitialized in this function. Why? Why might this be uninitialized? Um, should I just do that? No. Yeah, ISO forbids. Fair enough. All right, well, let's get on with the, whoops. Let's get on with the lexing of everything else, and maybe that'll fix everything. I hope it will. Right, okay, so then we'll do bool parse command. Right. Actually, now that I think about it, what I can do is printf %d, and I can just get the size of this, just to make sure we're all in the happy path, I guess. What kind of what the fuck? What kind of errors are this? Expected. What? Oh. Okay, so it doesn't even get to that at the moment. Okay, alright, so let's printf after new line. Just to make sure that, because if it doesn't print after, then it hits this condition. Okay. Okay, alright. Printf before. Yeah. Okay, so it hits before, and then it just returns 1. I guess, do I do index plus 1? Alright, and then I'm gonna return false. See what happens. Yeah, okay. Alright. So it's hitting that condition, which, I mean, I guess is kind of defined behavior, if you really think about it. I'm okay with that. Yeah. I'm okay with that. So let's move on to parse command. So we're going to get our token, array, and then we're going to get our index, of course. These are mainly going to have the same... Oh, excuse me. Oh. These are mainly going to have the same signature. Mainly due to composition. If I want to compose these functions, if I want to take one out, substitute, you know, we're going to probably do that eventually. So then we're going to get our index. Is this zoom good for everybody? Let me know in chat if this zoom's okay. No. I always fuck around with the zoom. Yeah, I mentioned why earlier. Okay, and then message type. Whoops. Alright, so then the command is while the index is less than, right? It's less than the array count. Whoops. And the index, right? And the index type. Okay, so that would be array tokens at index.kind is not equal to a token word. Then the index is increased by 1. Else, if the index is greater than or equal to the list.count, then return true. This is still a success path. It is. It is still a success path. It just means we're consuming the token. That's all that means. And then, let's see, if the index is greater than or equal to the list count, return, oh, we just did that. Okay, the message type is given. Is it really that easy? Wow, okay. Return true, and we get the index plus plus. Whereas the message type, so then we'll do the message command is equal to, is set to the list at index, so string new list at index. But I don't have a size. Do I just do list from literal? I really wrote this pretty generically. My own notes on the subject are generic enough to where I don't know what the fuck I should do at this point. Well, I mean, I kind of do. So that's string. I'm going to do string from literal. No, because I need a size, don't I? Yeah. I guess the index? Array token at index Array tokens at index. Does that make sense? Data. Because here I have this little algorithm I came up with, right? I kind of wrote this an hour ago in a rush to start stream. So this very well might be wrong information. The message type's command is set to the list at the index. Has no field. Tokens, right? So array of tokens. What the fuck? Array of tokens dot view, I guess, right? And we'll say index. Is that right? That seems right to me. Oh, okay, well. Const char. You're correct. Ah, alright. So that's something. String view of incompatible pointer type. Okay, how did I do it here? Data. Incompatible pointer type. Oh no. This has got to be. Suggest parentheses around compare. Oh, I forgot another ampersand, so that would be doing bitwise operation. Okay, and then, well, we still get no output, but okay. And then else, if not parse command, we get our array. And we're not modifying the array at all? No, we are not. So that can be const. I don't like how this is done. I don't. I'm looking at it now, and I'm like, oh, shit. It was clean in my head. That's the thing. It was clean in my head. I don't know. Any suggestions in the chat? Why this is, You know what? I think I'm going to organize this a little bit. Yeah, all right, so we're going to write this function, and then we're going to organize some shit. All right, so parse command is parse. I don't know, should I just organize this and then, like, I don't know, try and figure out, like, I don't know, pause stream or something. Try and figure out what the fuck is this doing. Should I ask ChatGPT? I'm not going to, but that would be funny. Array, and then we get our index and our message. I am not getting anything. It's very interesting. Let's see here. How we doing in OBS? We're doing fine. Awesome. Let's see. That looks fine. Yeah, I think I'm gonna organize this shit, and then maybe like after stream. Oh, excuse me. I'll look at this in a, yeah. All right, so let's do, I guess, token. .h. And we'll say if and def token h. Define. It's starting to get a little big. And I need if and def, no. We're gonna say define string implementation. Include build. What the fuck? Build kata lib c collections string. Is it string implementation or is it string view implementation? It's string view implementation. Okay. And then we got. Maybe I can make max tokens, just to feel productive today. Maybe I could just make max tokens like a proper array, you know? Yeah. You know what? I want to indulge me in a thought experiment real quick. Okay? Indulge me in a thought experiment real quick. Let's see. So let's do this. Just return everything back to normal. And then, right, okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to compile. Right? These are just format warnings. Fair enough. And then so let's go to our collection C. Yep, whatever. Okay, Lexer, reveal in File Explorer, right? Okay, and then properties, 70.1 kilobytes. Remember that number. And then we're gonna delete this, and we're just going to like say mock up a dynamic array for the tokens array. Size, and then size t, capacity. Max tokens, where am I using max tokens? Here. Alright, I'll just do that. Fair enough. Okay, and then oh, I just closed it. Just indulge me in a thought experiment real quick. Does this have any... I mean, it's less by a couple of bytes. And I'm comparing the executable because, yeah, okay, we're taking away some bytes in the source code, but the executable, that's going to compile down. With optimizations on as well. You know what? Yeah. I think the token array would more or less benefit in terms of memory to be a dynamic array. I would have to think about pointers. That's something I would have to think about, as well as, I don't know, there might be some linking issues down the line, but I believe I can use token array as a dynamic array. But do I want to? That's the thing. Do I want to start thinking about, like, heap allocations? No, I really don't, do I? Shit. Alright. Because I don't like dealing with the heap. And I think implementing something like a bump allocator or arena would be over-engineering the shit out of this. I'm probably gonna just stick with the stack for now. We're gonna stick to a size array for right now. And that's just gonna be what we're doing. Okay. I should probably also change the title of this stream to like an organization stream. Because I'm probably just gonna organize today. Tomorrow might be, you know, when I'm feeling up for the challenge. We might do a little parsing, and as well, my notes are very vague. Yeah. We're gonna implement the rest of this eventually, and by eventually, you know what? Fuck it. I am all over the place. I said earlier in the stream I didn't want to be all over the place. But I'm gonna be all over the place, because I don't really care at the moment. So let's just implement everything, and then we'll think about organizing. And we'll see what happens, right? Yeah. All right. So bool parse target. Target is of course the channel. So then array. I'm thinking that this is just like const. Everything can be const. Token array, because the past few parsing commands we've done, parsing functions we've done, have just been const. So I'm thinking I can reliably, when I'm writing the signature, when I'm writing the definition of the function, just mark it as a view, as const. Yeah. All right, and then we'll do our size t index and our message type message. There we go. And we're gonna return. I'm gonna get rid of this. It's a bunch of shit in the screen. There we go. Okay. Right, okay. We have the same first two functions are conditioned. The command parse, so that's this. And then if have some fun. I literally wrote have some fun. Fair enough. List. That's going to be our array. Output is message. Target is equal to target. Increase the array index by 1. Index plus. And then return true. Okay, so that's not bad. Oh. Yeah, it is. Never mind. Message. So I wrote this in Markdown. The code examples you see here are written within this, because I thought it was a little complicated to just explain in words. So, do we have a token hash? We do not. Token hash. Be smoking that token hash, man. All right, that's racist. Who gives a fuck? Yeah. The token hash. As well as we gotta add that token type to string. We gotta add that token type to string. I swear I'm a full-grown adult. I swear, yeah. Hash, token hash, and we're gonna do this. Okay. And that should compile and run. Let's see if not parse target. We got our array. Right, okay, so parse message. Are we doing anything to the array? No, we're not. So I think this can be const. Pretty sure that could be const. Index and message. Return false. Right. And we're gonna do message.target. See if that works. Just parsing something else. Target. Ah, I see. Interesting. That's very interesting. Okay. Hold on a second. Maybe that was the problem. Is I just didn't do the array plus 1. Okay. Maybe I don't need to figure out what's wrong after stream. Okay, so oops. Let's just print out the okay, so this is going to be message name. This is going to be message command. Right? What do we have in the message? Let's go to our message. We have name, command, target, and text. Text is the literal message. Name, command, target, and text. There we go. And we have, ooh. We don't have a name. Which is interesting. Does that help at all? No, not really. Okay. Is it +1? I literally have no idea. Okay, maybe I do need to. Or plus -1? No. Okay. Okay, I'm clearly missing something. Command index +2. Right, because while the index of the list count and the index type is not a word, increase the index. Okay, I am. If the index is greater than or equal to the list count, return. This is still a success path. Fair enough. If the index is greater than or equal to the... I just read that. Is set to the list at index. Okay. Sure. It's interesting. That is interesting. And in parse prefix, need to pass the index by if the current token types is a colon. So if the current token type is a colon. Let me do that. To get the current prefix, it is the index of the list of the token list plus 1. Okay. Find the first bang token. Right. All right. So let's the index giving you much like search our function. If the character is not found within the string, 0 is returned. Location. Oh, wait a second. I have forgotten year 2 maps. Still doesn't help, but I mean, I have forgotten year 2 maps. There we go. We got a message. We got a name. I've forgotten year 2 maps. In the sense of I forgot what less than or equal to is. Is less than the prefix count. Assign the message type user. I see. Okay. That's very interesting. Right? But I'm saying if, let's say false, flas cannot parse. So it's clearly hitting this. Okay. That's very interesting. So I essentially mixed up the symbols between less than and greater than. You know, because I passed year 2 maps. No, the fuck I didn't. Oh, jeez. Okay, index plus 2. I'm just gonna say index for right now. And I'm still getting the same thing. Okay. This is copied, so I'm not really worried about this. Copied in the sense of like I wrote it here. Increase the index by 1. That's exactly what I'm doing. Let's see. So plus 1. No. So I guess plus 1. That should be fine. Okay. A little worried that parse command isn't... index, and while... Okay, see, parse command. While the index is less than the list count is not a word increase. If the greater than the list count return... If the index is greater than or equal to... If the index is less than the list count, Jesus Christ. Alright, well, it still fails, but... It's less than the list count, and the index type is not... Right, okay, so then... Maybe it's the same thing? Almost. I'm getting there. Plus 1. See what happens. Nope. Index plus 2. Almost. I'm getting there. Right? And then, okay, so parse the prefix. So if the current tokens is a colon, return. If the current token type is a colon, that's colon. Return true. To get the current prefix, it is the index. Oh, actually, all right. So let's say false. Right. Okay. So it's hitting that. Okay. Fair enough. To get the current prefix, it is the index of the token list plus 1. Okay. I'm going to put that in parentheses. It still fails. Fair enough. Find the first bang token. Done. Is less than the prefix count. Just out of curiosity, what is printf bang %s new line count prefix count, or no, that's bang prefix count, because I think I know where the bug is. I'm not entirely sure. Oh, it's just not. It's not reaching that for some reason. Why? No, I know why. I know why. Because I'm a moron. I'm so used to just ignoring, like, size T's. Oh, no, but it still doesn't. Okay. Fair enough. Maybe should I compile without optimizations? Are you Russian? Yes. Yes, I am. I know admitting that in 2026 is a bit dubious, but yeah. First time chat as well. Welcome to the Lexing gang or whatever. Where do you live? I currently live in America right now. Yeah. So you are a spy? No. That's funny. That's good. The prefix data. All right. Well, we can just continue with this. This is fine. So that's fine. That's good. Target at index. I'm gonna delete this for right now. How did you get there? That's a little too much of a personal question, mate. I'm sorry. I mean, right, okay. There's an ocean, and what I did, crossed an ocean. So, you're not born in America? No, I was not born in America. Index plus 2. Okay, so no, that was an addition. But your English is good. Yep. Yes, it is. My I've been learning English since, and I've said this in previous streams. Hit the follow button if you want to catch up on this this story that I tell every fucking stream. But yeah, no, I've been learning English since I was about 5. I'm now in my late 20s. So yeah, I already followed. Oh, I didn't. Did I miss it? Oh, I did miss it. Well, thank you for the follow. I mean, that was a joke, but thank you for the follow. Yeah. Okay. All right. So that's I guess that's the target, right? Boolean. Why did you move there? Oh, we're getting personal today, are we? USA is better. Yeah. In my experience, living in America is like I've lived in a few other countries before for an extended period of time. If you hear me speak, like I do have a vague English accent. I lived in England for a bit, but yeah, no, like I've lived in a couple of countries, and I do think that the USA, despite its flaws, is the better country. I know that might be I don't want to say controversial opinion, but that might be like an opinion that doesn't necessarily align with most people in my, I'm going to use the term ethnic group. But yeah, no, like being in other countries has given me sort of an appreciation for what the USA has provided for me and my family. Like I was able to start a family here and not have to worry about a lot that I would say, like if I were in the old country, like it would be a lot more stress and a lot more overhead. I'll use that term. I'll use that euphemism. Yeah. Then had I been in America. Yeah. Okay, so let's let's stop being distracted. I mean, I like engaging with chat, but like, I don't know. I was kind of in the middle of trying to figure out something. So okay, so then we're gonna do or that's parse message. That's parse target. I already wrote parse target. Parse message. There we go. Let's see. Parse message. I already have parse message, don't I? Yeah. So this will be parse text, then, which will get a const token array. Array. My watch is telling me to exercise. Then we'll get the size t index and the message type. You made a good decision. I did. That's kind of what that long-winded rant was getting at. Is, I looking back on my life, thinking like, where I could have ended up had I not come to this country. It probably would have been a lot worse. Given the current global situation and everything, yeah, it probably would have been a lot worse had I not been in America, So then we're going to say while the index, here we are, we're right here. So while the index, it was before the war. What do you mean before the war? Like what happened before the war? I moved to America before the war. Is that what you're saying? When you moved? Yes. Yeah, I moved 10 years ago last year. So, right? 2013. I came to America August of 2013. And what did you think about this war? All right. You have more perspective. That's true. So, okay. I can't really have an opinion on the war. I mean, I do have an opinion. I definitely do have an opinion. But one sort of my I like to not like in oh no, this is putting me in a hole. Um in the sense of like, okay, so I do have an opinion on this war. I do have a very strong opinion on this war, but because of one, my ethnicity, and two, just kind of my life in general, anything I say on the war is automatically invalid, right? Because anything I say is more or less going to be, oh, this guy's Russian, he'll just say that. You know what I mean? Whereas and all right, I'll be frank with you guys, right? Um, hold on. What do I want to say on the internet? What do I want to say on the internet? um, I have friends and family that are fighting in the war. That's another reason my opinion is invalid, because I have friends and family that are fighting in the war. So, yes, I do have an opinion. It's just, and I could give you my opinion. I'm just not going to, because it's automatically invalid due to that fact. So, yeah, that sucks. Yeah, I know. Unfortunately, they were not able to. My country has conscription, sort of. It's the you sort of have to serve, in a way, and they couldn't dodge that. They didn't have a legitimate reason, so they're yeah. Anyway, let's get back to the code, shall we? Let's get back to something happy. Yeah, let's get back to that. That's crazy. While the index is less than the list count, the index type is not in the word. Increase the index is less than the list. So while the index is less than the list count, the array size and the index and the index, I just got a text message I was checking, is not a word, and the index is not a word. Oh, okay, so then that's array tokens at index kind does not equal token word index plus plus. If the index is greater than or equal to the list count, we're on parse message. Yep. If the index is greater than or equal to the list count, return. This is still a success path. Did I copy and paste this? I did. So I guess what I'm gonna do. Yeah. I'm going for an hour now, and I'm still not even sure if this works. I'm not even sure if I'm gonna upload this to YouTube. We're gonna find out, right? If the index is greater than or equal, return this. The message type command is set to the list at index. Message type command is set to the list at index. Increase the index by 1. Type command. I copied this, didn't I? I did. Huh. That is very interesting. Alright. Do I want to... end stream here and sort of, I don't know, anyone got any suggestions in chat? Because my notes are wrong because they're copied and I didn't realize that before I started the stream. So that's probably why we're having a bit of problems. Oh, damn. Damn. Any suggestions? Let's see. So if I so I'm increasing by 1. You know what? Yeah, I think the least I can do is sort of like organize. Yeah. I think just so that I can feel accomplished today, because I just realized my notes are wrong. I guess just so that I can feel accomplished today, what we're gonna do is we're gonna organize into separate files. Yeah. Okay. So then we're gonna say token C. Token array C. What did I just copy? Oh, the message. Okay, so we're gonna do message. That's the thing, like, right, so I wrote, like, notes for today, but I did them, like, an hour before stream, and I kind of rushed them. So it's, like... like, thinking, like, now understanding that they're just kind of copied. Like, one section is copied, and then I'm not getting the output that I want. Like, I'm getting undefined behavior, you know? Like, not undefined behavior, I guess. You know what I'm trying to say. Not the output that I want. Already exists. Oh, message.c already exists? Oh, okay. Oh, this is lexer.c. Okay, so we're gonna do, I don't know, maybe I can just do lexer, keep that there, and then token type to string. There we go. Token init. Lexer init, lexer peak, lexer get word length, lexer next token, print token. Sure. I'm thinking maybe like organization will help me in the long run, you know? So these are all going to go in message, right? So that like I can separate everything out and then sort of look at everything from a new angle. That's kind of why I'm doing this. Okay. So then we'll create header files for everything. And token, oh, I already have that. Okay, well, fair enough. So let's do token init. Let's grab our definition here. All right. this definition. Okay, that should be good. Do I need to include anything else? No. All right, awesome. And then I can delete that, include token.h. Awesome. And we'll get token array. This actually can be token array.h. We're not really using anything. We're not really defining a function. Include token.h. What? Okay. And then if and your family member survived, they are so far. It's multiple people. It's not just one. So yeah. Vendef. Token array h. Define. And then we're going to end if token array. There we go. All right. And then we'll do message.h. Findef message h. Define and right, so this okay, fair enough. So I guess I need to include token array. Did I forget now? I did. I did forget now. All right, and okay. And then we'll do lexer.h. And that'll get all of these. Define and if let's see, and we'll do okay, lexer C. All right, size T. All right, what do I need? What do I need? I need tokens and the token array. Okay, so include token array. Just creating our definitions here. And that can go. And then include message. Yeah. All right. Previous multiple definitions. Okay, I thought that would come up. Damn. All right. Let's see. Multiple definitions. So we got token array. Where's token array used? Here, right? Yeah. Shit. Huh. All right. Well, I feel at least accomplished for today. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to end stream here. I'm going to end stream here because we've been going for an hour and 20. What we accomplished today was we split out everything and we sort of started writing the parsing of each section of the command, which is a great start to, I guess, what we'll do next stream once I have notes that aren't copied and pasted in a rush to start the stream. So yeah, so thank you guys so much for watching. Subscribe if you're on YouTube. Fucking check out the Twitch, and if you're on the Twitch, check out the YouTube. It's in the links section of the channel, as well as the GitHub where this repository is public. Check it out. Yeah. And then we'll probably be streaming at the same time tomorrow, if not a little bit earlier. I did post a schedule in the schedule part of the Twitch, but it is a loose schedule for right now. Yeah. So thank you guys so much for watching. Stay safe. Peace.